So if we're joint heirs with Christ, what are we considered of? What does it say? He was King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Jesus is the King of Kings. He's the Lord of Lords. So when he created us in his image, he created what? Kings. Is that he never said that I will rule over you, but I want you to rule with me. That means he gives us rulership. But why do us, as people who claim to be calling themselves Christians, live as slaves? And was it God's intention for us to be a slave only? When I say slave was used in different ways in the Bible. It wasn't just meaning one thing. Who are you a slave to? Are you a slave to evil or you're a slave to good? So it's always good to be a slave of God, because slave of God doesn't mean an actual slave to be like controlled. A slave of God means as a servant, as you spoke, as a servant, which a servant becomes a son when he understands what his true right position is. So if you look at the prodigal son, and dealing with the prodigal son, the man had everything he had because he was in his father's presence, his father's kingdom, his father's house. He got bold and he said, I wanted to have my own thing, so can I just have what belongs to me? Well, the father says, okay, I'll give it to you. But the father knew there was more for him, but because he wanted only that, which he thought was much, which was little, he gave it to him. And what did he do with it? He squandered it, got rid of it, prostituted out, did everything he wanted to do, live in the world, like we say, live in the world, go party it up, living it up, and then became broke. After he becomes broke, he's like, man, he had an epiphany. Wait a minute. I was living with my daddy. I had everything I needed in my daddy's house. I can go anywhere I wanted, whenever I wanted, but now I'm struggling. Why am I struggling? Let me just go back to my daddy, but I'm gonna go to him as now the mentality of a slave. Get a job. Let me just go work for him. I'm not going back to him with the mentality of still believing that he's my father. I'm going to him to think that he's just a king, that's someone I can just work for. He got lost in realizing he lost his identity of who he really was. So he went and said, okay, I'm gonna just see if he will pick me up as a servant, because he noticed the servants were even taken care of. I want you to see where I'm going with it. It doesn't matter your title. If you're in the presence of God, you're always taken care of. It doesn't matter your title. If you're a slave, a servant, a son, or a king. All that matters is that you're in his presence. You're in his care.